I'm Dr. Rachel Griffiths. I'm with my father and partner in aquatics.
Dr. Tom Griffiths.
Welcome to the Drowning Files, where each week we share a lawsuit we've been involved in or another true story with suggestions to learn from these tragedies to save lives. What case do you have today?
This is a drowning case in a hotel pool, and as you know, we've discussed many of these. But there's a few things about this case which make it extraordinary as far as a water safety perspective is concerned. Um, there was a large family reunion at a hotel swimming pool. And by large, I mean it was in excess of 100 people. Now, typically, hotel motel pools are smaller rectangular pools. Sometimes they're larger, but most of the hotel motel pools in this country tend to be smaller pools. Many of them still have deep ends. Uh, so in this case, we had a small rectangular hotel motel outdoor pool, had 100 people attending this family reunion, with adults and children constantly getting in and out of the water, jumping in, diving in, so forth and so on. And when this child who could not swim, a 6-year-old boy, decided to join his relatives, his cousins, and his friends in the water, he just jumped in the pool and struggled for about 2 to 3 minutes on the surface. No one noticed him, of course, struggling. It's kind of like the bystander effect, where the people in attendance don't respond to the person for a variety of reasons that we've discussed before, but no one really appreciated that this child who could not swim was in distress and was actually drowning. So no one did anything to intercept the child and prevent him from going to the bottom. Of course, like many of these cases, 100 people, and I'm not saying everybody was in the pool at the same time, with so many people in attendance going in and out of the water, the pool had turned cloudy. Now, it probably just wasn't because of the large number of people in the pool, but probably because a lack of disinfectant in the water or sanitizer like chlorine. Usually, when we get cloudy water, it's not because of the filtration. That can do it, but the vast majority of the time, if a pool becomes cloudy, it's because of a lack of chlorine. So when they realized this child was missing, adults and children, older children alike, started looking for the child beneath the surface of the water. They could not find him. This search, from the time he entered the water until they found him, was about 8 minutes. Now, a child can be dead due to drowning in 2 minutes. Traditionally, the water safety texts say it's usually 4 to 6 minutes. And this child was underwater for 8 minutes. So the child was brought out of the pool. Resuscitation efforts were applied, but of course, the child died in this hotel. No lifeguard on duty. Swim at your own risk. In the case, there was a huge settlement for the family, even though they didn't supervise their child, and even though they didn't put a life jacket on their child. It was felt that, according to the Department of Health regulations, because they could not see the bottom of the pool, the bottom outlet or the main drain, the pool should have been closed to the public. Just as importantly, for a family reunion with 100 people in attendance, there should have been a lifeguard, at least one lifeguard on duty. And oftentimes, hotel motel pools are exempt from the lifeguard requirement. In other words, they can be no lifeguard on duty, swim in your own risk swimming pools. In this particular case, because there was a group, they should have had a lifeguard on duty, that or don't allow the group to use the pool. So this was a tragic case that could have easily been avoided if life jackets were provided by the hotel or the family brought their own, properly fitting Coast Guard approved life jackets. With the adults looking for the child, if the water had been clear, certainly he could have been recovered, rescued, and resuscitated much sooner. And a group use policy where large groups either are not allowed to use the pool, or if they do use the pool, have many layers of protection through rules and regulations in place prior to the event. So that's what I have for you today. Another tragic hotel pool drowning with a lot of negligence to go around.